Hi, my name's Diane Savory and I chair many things across Gloucestershire, and I'm here to take the SoGlos 10 question challenge. So my first question is, you have just completed a 10-year term as chair of G1st Local Enterprise Partnership. What was your biggest achievement during that time? I actually think the achievements of the LEP are many and various actually during that period. I think we've done great things with the LEP for business in Gloucestershire. One of the biggest things I think is convening business in order to grow Gloucestershire collegiately and together. But the biggest physical thing would be our Growth Hub network, which has hubs right across the county, including all our libraries. But the biggest ones are in the University of Gloucestershire campus in Gloucester, and soon to be one in Cheltenham in the Minster Exchange. Absolutely fabulous for businesses trying to grow. Question number 2 then. Back on LEPs, the future of the nation's local enterprise partnerships is currently under question. Do you think G1st LEP remains the best choice for Gloucestershire? The answer to that is yes, there is a national LEP review, but is G1st the go-to place for business in Gloucestershire? Absolutely. It's trusted, it's got history of being able to perform and do things really well, so absolutely G1st LEP is the place for businesses to go. Question number 3. You have been chair of Cheltenham Festivals for almost 3 years now. How important are the festivals to the county? The festivals are so important to the county, it's untrue, for all sorts of reasons. Partly because they bring cultural diversity to the town. There is jazz festival, music festival, science festival, and of course literature festival. Not only do they bring that cultural diversity to the town, they also bring tourism, they bring life into the town on all sorts of different levels. There is a lit crawl where people just go through town listening to bits of poetry and literature, and it's just a vibrant thing to bring into Cheltenham. And actually, it's not just Cheltenham, it's not just Gloucestershire, it's actually a global presence, because now, of course, we've all gone slightly more digital, and we actually have a hybrid festival doing digital and physical that is broadcast across the world. We understand you've agreed to head up a project to build a specialist centre for the treatment of cancer patients in the county. Can you tell us anything about that? The answer is I can only tell you a very little about that at the moment. It's in the making, but it's fair to say that post-COVID there is an absolutely urgent need for cancer patients to be treated really well, and we know there's going to be a backlog, so this is going to be a very urgent thing to raise money for a new oncology department, in part for the hospital, at some point soon. Watch this space. Number 5. You also sit on the board of the Retail Sector Council. Do you think our high streets can ever recover? Retail Sector Council is sitting with all the head honchos of some very big retailers in our country, the likes of IKEA and indeed digital ones such as ASOS. Do I think the high street will recover? I think the pandemic actually did it a favour in a funny kind of way, and out of every crisis you need to build something good. It made a lot of very small businesses on the high street actually look towards their digital presence and work out how to entice customers onto their high streets. I think collectively places are also working much more together to ensure that their high streets are fit for the future. So do I think they'll recover? Absolutely. I think the pandemic has actually accelerated that recovery and transition into something new, that evolution. Number 6. How excited are you about Cheltenham's new Minster Exchange building due to open next year? Well, I think I probably alluded to it earlier in one of my other questions, but I'm really excited about the Minster Exchange. It's a game changer for Cheltenham particularly, and what I love about it, I hope, is it's going to add to retaining our youth. We need places for our young people to go, not just to enjoy themselves, but to work and to play and to just be together. And it also provides a cultural place for performance space and such like. So it'll be very versatile, and it will also act as an enabler for all sorts of other activities in that area of town, which has been underutilised up till now. Number 7. With the worst of the pandemic hopefully behind us and lots of positivity in the county, what do you think the challenges are ahead for Gloucestershire? There will always be challenges, but I also think we in Gloucestershire are very lucky because we have opportunity. And that opportunity is in the form of cyber and the cyber sector, and how the Golden Valley development starts to progress. There will be challenges within that, obviously, but I am thrilled really that Gloucestershire is in such a good place to move forward post-COVID, although obviously there'll be bumps along the way. Number 8, you didn't follow a traditionally academic route to work. What advice would you give to young people starting out in their careers today? Well, that's a difficult one because there are so many choices. I didn't go to university, and I don't think I missed out on that one iota. But I do think my message to young people would be follow your heart and your head. You really need to follow what you're interested in, not just what you're told to do, if that makes sense. I came from a very entrepreneurial environment, growing super dry here in the county. So I understand that you have to nurture those ideas, work with them, make mistakes, but in actual fact, that's how you learn to succeed. What's the one thing you can't live without? Question 9. I had a bit of difficulty with this one, to be honest, but I think ultimately been my dogs. And my dogs, I've got 2 golden retrievers, and they have seen me through COVID in many levels because they made you get out into the fresh air and walk and actually go and do your daily constitutional, even though at times it felt quite difficult. And I think number 10 has probably been answered by question number 9, which is, what do you enjoy doing when you're not working? And that very much is going out into the countryside. It's about exploring more of Gloucestershire and indeed more of the UK really, because we live in just such a great place.